What's up, guys? Welcome to Oz Wealth. We just hit $56,000 on Robinhood long-term investing portfolio. As you see here today, we hit just above $56,000 and we hit $74,000 in overall investing portfolio, which is on Simply Safe Dividend. And as you see here, this $74,000 is a sum up of HSA, Robinhood portfolio, and the Roth IRA. Pretty exciting, guys, and hopefully we can get this $56,000 to a $60,000 by the end of next month, with a projection of getting the entire Robinhood portfolio to 80, if not 100K by the end of this year, and getting this $74,000 to 110 to 120 by the end of this year. As for the market, we had such an exciting day today. Today was the inauguration day with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are officially the president and the vice president of the United States. The general momentum was not anticipating a smooth transition of power, with a lot of back and forth between the Trump camp and the Biden's camp. But what happened today was against all odds. Such a smooth, quiet, happy ending for Biden's fan, and the market reacted very positively. So as you see here, the Dow is up almost 1% with a gain of 266 points. The S&P 500 is 1.5%. The Nasdaq is 2.07%, and the Russell was up also with 1.62. As for the sectors, the communication services today 3.84, followed by consumer discretionary 2.28, and information technology 2.22. So overall was such a positive day. The market is really happy with the ending of all this drama of the election, and seems like what happened in the past is in the past, and there's a huge positive atmosphere with a lot of optimism about the new administration and in the market in general. So coming back to my Robinhood portfolio, as you see here, we started the day trending down to the mid of the day, and after the inauguration, the market started to take off, and we end up at all-time high for my Robinhood portfolio at 56,288, and then it started to go flat. For the day, I'm up 0.92%. For the week, I'm up 1.3%. For the months, I'm up 11.25%. For 3 months, I'm up 58.38%. For the year, I'm up almost 39%, and overall, I'm up almost 40%. As for the stocks, as you see, Tesla today is almost flat. Apple scored like all-time high with 4% up, with 4% gain, $133 per share. Intel kept going up, 1.52% of gain. ARC 1.35%. SPHD finally is waking up. AT&T is still flat. The stock is kind of still in a sleeping mode. The real estate stocks, REITs, Realty Income, finally starting to wake up with 1.24 gain, and the rest are pretty much the same. No big gain. As you see, Coca-Cola, the consumer staple sector, it's still trending down. So Coca-Cola is almost flat today. I think this stock is on my watch. Probably this week or next week, we're going to be starting to add some shares. As for the energy, ExxonMobil and Pembina kept going up, as the energy in general is on the way of recovery. And as for Consolidated, Edison, and Hormel Food, they're both pretty much flat. As for the dividend stocks and the dividend ETFs, we had a bad news today. If we go here to the timeline, we see that SPHD are going to lower their dividends by 3%, and that will drop the annual income that comes from SPHD by $6, which is not a good news. SPHD used to be known as one of the most safest ETF in the market, and no YouTuber who in the personal finance arena doesn't have any investment in SPHD. For those who don't know what SPHD ETF is, it's the basket of 50 companies in the S&P 500, lowest volatility and high dividend yield. And for a long time, I used to be a big fan of SPHD. I'm not going to change my mind about SPHD over 3%, but after we watched the market today and the rally and the good optimism after the inauguration and how everything panned out, watching one of the safest ETF in the market drop their annual dividend yield 3%, that's not a good news. So after that announcement from SPHD, my annual income dropped from $2,091 to $2,085. And if we go to the diversification, here and see the income I'm getting from SPHD actually is 9.5%. The income of dividends I got to my portfolio, followed by ExxonMobil, which is 9.2. And if we scroll down, see how much I'm getting exactly from SPHD annually. I'm getting $197 in a monthly payment of like around $16 a month or $17 a month. And ExxonMobil is almost to beat SPHD with $191. Maybe it's a time to trim some of the SPHD and relocate it to the energy sector, since the energy now is taking off. It's a lot of momentum about it. And as for the profit and as for the dividend yield, ExxonMobil is almost 8 or 9% dividend yield. So maybe it's time to do some trimming, but we'll see how this week's gonna go, and based on that, we'll make a decision. And for the other portfolio that I've never shared with you guys, let me talk really briefly about my HSA investment. So if you go to my portfolio and you click here on the HSA, right now, as you see, it stands at $3,722. Everything about the HSA investment goes to the ETF SCHB, and the SCHB stands for Schwab US Broad Market ETF. It's a basket of 2,600 companies in one ETF. And why SCHB? Because as you see here, SCHB was able to beat the S&P 500, which is one of those top indices in the market for the last 5 years. If you look at 1 year, the SCHB still beat the S&P 500. For 1 year almost, like we still beat the S&P 500. For almost 6 months, we still, like, this ETF is taking the lead. If the S&P 500 return is 5 to 8% and this ETF is beating it, I don't understand why anybody would not invest in SCHB. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is my opinion only, and for this channel, everything I talk about is for entertainment purposes only. So you have to do your own diligence, you have to do your own research before you make a decision. I'm just, guys, sharing with you my journey to financial independence and financial freedom. So you don't have to take my opinion literally. Do your own research before you make any decision in the stock market. As for the shares of the SCHB, I currently own 39 shares with a cost base of $89.75. Today's value of SCHB ETF is $94.16. As you see here, it's 98.7% of my SHA or HSA portfolio. I still have like $50 in cash, which is 1.3%. The market value of the entire HSA, I maxed out my HSA last year, and when I say last year, in the last 20 days, around December 27th or the 28th, when I contributed all the amount allowed for the year, which is $3,550. And as you see, this amount grew by $172 with a gain of 5%. Again, this ETF is proving over and over one of the rare ETF that's able to beat the S&P 500. And as for the third type of investment that I have in my entire portfolio is the Roth IRA, which I don't talk about very much. So if you go to Roth IRA here, you see I'm standing at $14,369. I'm going to be making individual videos or separate videos for my Roth IRA breakdown and my HSA breakdown and why I'm investing in those index funds inside the Roth IRA or that ETF that I talked about in my HSA. As for my Roth IRA, right now, the income that this account generates is $263. In the meantime, those index funds that I invest with are growing every year. As you see here, the Schwab US Aggregate Bond were up 2%, the international index funds were up 20%, and for the S&P 500 index funds were up 17%, and for the total stock market index fund were up 23% with a gain of 16% and 2,000. That's it, guys, for this week. If you have not signed up to Robinhood yet, links are in the description below. You can get a free stock from Robinhood. It's a win-win deal. And if you have not smashed the like button, please do so. You can kick it, hit it, smack it, do something to it. It will mean a lot to me. And if you like the content of this channel in general, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. And until next time, you guys take care.